I am your God, and today I have come to speak directly to you. Stop everything you are doing now and listen to me, because what I have to tell you cannot wait even one more minute. You need to hear these words that come from my heart straight to yours. If you don't obey me today, you will cry tomorrow. I'm not saying this to scare you, my son, my daughter. I'm saying it because I love you more than you can understand, and I cannot stand idly by while you walk towards pain. I see everything. I see every thought that passes through your mind, every decision you are about to make, every path you are considering taking. I know the end from the beginning, and therefore I know exactly where each of your choices will lead you. And there are choices you're making now that will cause you bitter tears in the future. You have heard me speaking to your heart, but you have resisted my voice. You know I am speaking to you when that strange peace touches your spirit, when that gentle warning echoes in your mind, when that feeling that something is not right tightens your chest. That is me trying to protect you, trying to guide you away from danger. But you have chosen to ignore my voice. You have preferred to follow the advice of your friends, the opinions of those around you, the desires of your own heart. You have trusted more in your own wisdom than in mine, and this saddens me deeply, because I know you are preparing yourself to suffer. I've known you since before you were born. I formed you in your mother's womb. I breathed life into your lungs. I placed dreams in your heart and purpose in your soul. You are not an accident. You are not a mistake. You are my special, unique, precious creation. And that is precisely why I cannot let you destroy yourself. When I tell you to obey me, it's not because I want to control your life or take away your freedom. It's because I see traps you can't see. I know people who will hurt you, situations that will break you, paths that seem good but lead to destruction. I'm trying to spare you unnecessary pain. You think you know what's best for you, but I need to remind you of something. You can only see today, but I see eternity. You only know a small part of the story, but I know the whole book. You're making decisions based on limited information, but I have all the knowledge in the universe. I know that sometimes obedience seems difficult. I know there are times when what I ask of you goes against everything you feel like doing. I know you look at other people and think they are having more fun, that they are enjoying life better than you. But I need you to understand something. Appearances can be deceiving. That person you envy, who seems to have everything under control, who seems to be living without limits, they are suffering inside in ways you can't even imagine. That path that seems easier, more attractive, more pleasurable, it's full of thorns that you'll only feel when it's too late to turn back. I have seen so many of my children cry bitter tears because they chose not to listen to me. I've seen brilliant young people who could have changed the world, but who were lost to drugs because they thought they knew more than I did. I have seen beautiful marriages fall apart because the spouses chose to follow the advice of the world instead of my advice. I have seen talented people who have wasted all their gifts because they wanted to do things their own way. I've seen children who have broken their parents' hearts because they preferred the opinions of their friends to the wisdom of those who raised them. And when the pain came, when the consequences appeared, they came running to me, asking why I allowed it to happen. But the truth is, I warned them. I spoke through their conscience, through their parents, through circumstances, through my word. I sent signs, I placed people in their path to warn them, I created situations to make them think twice, but they didn't want to listen. Today, I am speaking directly to you. Not through another person, not through circumstances. I am here now, speaking from heart to heart. You still have time to choose the right path. You can still avoid the pain that is coming. You can still make the decision that will lead you to blessing instead of curse. I'm not asking for blind obedience, my son, my daughter. I'm asking for trust based on my love for you. I have already proven this love in every possible way. I gave my own life for you on the cross. I suffered the pain that was yours so that you could have abundant life. I rose again so that you could have eternal hope. After all this, do you still doubt that I want what's best for you? Do you still think I'm trying to harm you when I ask for obedience? Do you still think you know better than I do what will make you happy? I'm going to tell you something that will open your eyes, my son, my daughter. I'm going to show you what happens when someone chooses not to obey me, so that you understand why I'm being so direct with you today. I remember a young man whom I loved deeply. He had so much potential, so many gifts, so much future ahead of him. I spoke to him every day, whispering in his ear the wonderful plans I had prepared for his life. But he was more interested in impressing his friends than in pleasing me. I warned this young man about the company he was keeping. I instilled unease in his heart every time he got close to those people who would destroy his life. But he ignored my warnings. He thought I was exaggerating, that I was trying to spoil his fun. I warned him about the parties he was going to. I made his heart race every time he was about to enter places that would mark his life forever. But he thought that feeling was just normal nervousness, that it would soon pass. He didn't understand that it was me trying to protect him. I warned him about the first time someone offered him drugs. I had a voice echoing in his mind saying, "Don't do it," but he thought it was just paranoia. He looked around and saw other young people using and seemingly having fun, so he thought there was no problem at all. And then came the first drag, the first dose, the first time he crossed the line I had drawn to protect him. At that moment, something broke, not just in his life but in my heart as well, because I knew what was coming and he had no idea. In the following months, I kept talking to him. I kept trying to bring him back. Every time he woke up hungover, every time he felt empty after a night of excess, every time he looked in the mirror and no longer recognized who he was, that was me calling him back home. But the addiction had already begun its work. With each passing day, it became more difficult for this young man to hear my voice. The drugs were creating a barrier between us, a fog that prevented him from clearly feeling me. And the less he heard me, the deeper he sank. I saw when he lost his first job because of drugs. I saw when he lied to his parents for the first time to get money. I saw when he stole from his own mother to buy more drugs. I saw when he lost his true friends, when he lost his girlfriend, when he lost his dignity. And in each of those moments I was there, crying with him, suffering alongside him, trying to reach out my hand to pull him out of that hole. But he was so lost, so confused, so overwhelmed by addiction that he could no longer see me. Then came the day he woke up in a hospital bed after an overdose that nearly killed him. It was at that moment, when he was between life and death, that he finally heard me again. And do you know what he said? "God, you were right. I should have obeyed you." But now he had to face the consequences of years of disobedience. He had to rebuild his family's trust. He had to fight a powerful addiction. He had to deal with the damage the drugs had caused to his brain and body. He had to live with the guilt of all the people he had hurt along the way. I forgave him instantly, of course. I always forgive when one of my children truly repents. But forgiveness doesn't erase the consequences. Forgiveness doesn't undo lost years, doesn't automatically restore broken relationships, doesn't immediately heal physical damage. This young man wept bitter tears for a long time. He wept for the dreams he lost, the opportunities he wasted, the people he hurt. He wept because he finally understood that if he had obeyed me from the beginning, none of that would have happened. And you know what? This story repeats itself every day. I see young people making the same choices, ignoring the same warnings, walking into the same traps. I see parents who can't sleep at night because their children are lost in drugs. I see families being destroyed because someone thought they knew more than me, but it's not just with drugs that this happens. I see people choosing partners that I warned would hurt them. I see young people entering into relationships that I said were not my will. I place discomfort in their hearts. I send signals. I speak through wise people, but they ignore everything because they are in love. And then comes the troubled marriage, the betrayal, the domestic violence, the painful divorce. And they come to me crying, asking why I allowed them to marry that person. But the truth is, I warned them. I tried to stop it. They just didn't want to listen to me. I see people doing business that I warned would fail. I place a weight on their hearts. I cause them to lose sleep. I send people to give contrary advice, but they are blinded by greed. And then comes bankruptcy, the loss of everything, public shame. And they ask where I was when they needed me. My son, my daughter, I'm telling you these stories not to discourage you, but to show you how much I love you. I don't want you to be another one of those sad stories. I don't want to see you crying tears of regret in the future. That is why I am here today, speaking directly to you, imploring you to obey me. Not because I need your obedience, but because you need my protection. Not because I want to control you, but because I want to see you happy, fulfilled, and blessed. My son, my daughter, I need you to understand something very important. Today is not just any day. Today is the day I have chosen to speak directly to you, and this is no coincidence. I do nothing by chance. Every moment has its purpose, and this moment has a very special purpose in your life. You are at a crossroads. I know you feel it in your spirit, even if you can't explain it in words. There's an important decision you need to make, a choice that will define the course of your life from now on. And I am here to help you choose the right path. I see that you've been confused lately. I see the doubts going through your mind, the uncertainties weighing on your heart, the pressures you feel from all sides. Everyone has an opinion on what you should do. Everyone has advice to give you, but amidst so many voices, you've lost the ability to hear mine. That is why I have come to you today in such a clear, direct way. I don't want there to be any doubt that it is I who am speaking to you. I don't want you to confuse my voice with the voice of your conscience, with the voice of your fears, or with the voice of other people. This is my voice, and I'm speaking specifically to you. I know you've been feeling increasing pressure to make a decision. Maybe it's about a relationship you know isn't my will, but you're reluctant to end it because you're afraid of being alone. Maybe it's about a job you know is distancing you from me, but you don't want to quit because you need the money. Maybe it's about a habit you know is destroying you, but you can't break because it's become your refuge during tough times. Maybe it's about a friendship you know is negatively influencing you, but you don't want to lose because these people make you feel accepted. I know exactly what decision you need to make. I know the area of your life where you have resisted my will. I know what sin you have been hiding, what lie you have been living, what mask you have been using to deceive the people around you. And I'm telling you today, the time has come to stop pretending. The time has come to stop procrastinating. The time has come to do what you know is right, even if it's difficult, even if it's painful, even if you're afraid of the consequences. Because I need to warn you about something. Time is running out. Not forever, but for this specific opportunity. There's a window of time I've opened for you to make the right choice, and that window won't stay open indefinitely. If you don't act now, if you keep putting it off, you might miss the chance to avoid a lot of suffering. I know you're afraid. I understand your fears. You're afraid of how people will react when you make the right decision. You're afraid of losing things that are important to you. You're afraid of facing the immediate consequences of obedience. But I need you to understand something. The fear you feel now is far less than the pain you will feel if you do not obey me. The temporary discomfort of doing the right thing is far less than the permanent suffering of living with the consequences of disobedience. I remember a woman I warned against marrying a specific man. I spoke to her through dreams, through wise people, through clear circumstances, but she was in love and thought love would conquer all. She thought she could change him after marriage. I saw her walk down the aisle, even though my spirit was screaming inside her not to do it. I saw her say yes to a man I knew would destroy her life. and I wept because I knew what was coming. In the first few months, she thought she had made the right decision. Her husband was behaving well, they seemed happy. She thought I was wrong. But then the first signs of violence began. First came the aggressive words, then the shoves, then the punches. She came to me crying, asking why I hadn't protected her. But I had to remind her that I had tried to protect her. I warned her, I cautioned her, I begged her not to marry that man. She chose not to obey me. It took her years to break free from that marriage. Years of suffering, humiliation and fear. Years that could have been avoided if she had obeyed me on her wedding day. A decision made in a few seconds cost her years of pain. And do you know what she told me when she finally got a divorce? God, I should have obeyed you. I knew you were right, but I thought I knew better. She cried bitter tears for a long time, not only for the pain she suffered, but for the pain she could have avoided. I don't want this to happen to you. I don't want to see you suffer for years because of a wrong decision you could avoid today. I don't want to have to comfort you in the future when you come to me crying, saying you should have obeyed me. That's why I'm being so direct with you today. That's why I'm speaking with such urgency. Because I see what's coming and I love you too much to remain silent. I'd rather you be troubled by my words today than destroyed by the consequences tomorrow. You need to understand that obedience isn't just about following rules. Obedience is about trusting someone who loves you more than you can comprehend. It's about accepting that there is someone who knows more than you, who sees further than you, who has more wisdom than you. When I ask for obedience, I am not trying to take away your joy. I am trying to protect your joy. I am not trying to limit your freedom. I am trying to free you from consequences that will bind you for a long time. True freedom is not about being able to do whatever you want. True freedom is having the wisdom to make the right choices, even when they are difficult. It is having the strength to resist temptations that seem pleasurable but lead to destruction. Today, I am offering you this freedom. Today, I am giving you the opportunity to choose the path that will lead you to blessing instead of curse. But you need to choose now. You need to decide today whether you will obey me or follow your own path. My son, my daughter, I need you to understand something fundamental about me. Everything I do is motivated by love. When I ask you for obedience, when I give you warnings, when I set limits in your life, it's not because I am a harsh God who wants to see you unhappy. It's because I am a loving Father who cannot bear to see you hurting yourself. Have you ever seen a small child running towards a busy street? What does a parent do in that situation? They yell, "Stop!" They run after the child. They do everything they can to prevent them from being hit by a car. And if the child doesn't stop, if they keep running, the parent might even seem rude, might even yell louder, might even grab the child forcefully. But all of that is love. This is what I'm doing to you today. I see you running towards something that will hurt you, and I'm yelling, "Stop!" I'm being direct, I'm being urgent, because I love you too much to be gentle when gentleness won't save you. I know that sometimes you don't understand why I ask certain things of you. I know there are times when my commandments seem outdated, irrelevant, or even unfair. You look around and see people doing things that I forbid, and they seem to be fine. You wonder why I am so strict, why I don't let you do the same things. But I need you to understand that I see things you can't see. I know the human heart better than anyone. I know how sin works, how it seduces, how it destroys. I know that what seems harmless at first can become a terrible prison in the end. When I tell you not to lie, it's not because I want to complicate your life. It's because I know that one lie leads to another and another and another until you get lost in a web of deceit that you yourself created. I know that lying destroys relationships, destroys trust, destroys your own inner peace. When I tell you not to engage in sexual activity before marriage, it's not because I'm against pleasure. I created sex. I know how good it is when experienced in the right way. But I also know how destructive it can be when experienced out of context. I know that physical intimacy creates deep emotional bonds, and when those bonds are broken, they leave wounds that take a long time to heal. When I tell you to honor your parents, it's not because I want you to be submissive forever. It's because I know that rebellion against legitimate authority creates a pattern of rebellion that will manifest in all areas of your life. I know that those who don't learn to respect their parents will hardly learn to respect other authorities, including me. When I tell you not to get drunk, it's not because I'm against having fun. It's because I know that alcohol diminishes your ability to make wise decisions. I know that many of life's worst decisions are made under the influence of alcohol. I know that addiction can start with something as simple as having fun. Every commandment I give you, every limit I set, every no I say, is a protective fence around your life. It's not a prison, it's a garden. Inside that fence, you can flourish, you can grow, you can be everything I created you to be. Outside that fence, there are dangers you can't even imagine. I remember a young man who constantly questioned my commandments. He thought I was too restrictive, too conservative. He saw his friends doing things I forbade and seemingly having fun. He began to think I was trying to spoil his fun. So he decided to experiment. He started small, with things that seemed harmless. A little white lie here, a drinking binge there, a sexual relationship outside of marriage. At first, he felt free, liberated from the shackles of religion. He thought he had discovered how to truly live. But then, the consequences began to appear. The lie he told his parents was discovered, and they lost trust in him. The drinking resulted in a fight that almost landed him in jail. The sexual encounter resulted in an unplanned pregnancy that completely changed his plans for the future. Suddenly, he realized that the freedom he thought he had found was actually a prison. He was trapped by the consequences of his choices, trapped in complicated relationships, trapped by responsibilities he wasn't prepared to assume. It was then that he understood that my commandments were not prisons, but protections. He understood that when I said no, it was not to deprive him of something good, but to protect him from something bad. He understood that I was not a harsh God trying to ruin his life, but a loving father trying to protect him. My son, my daughter, I don't want you to have to learn this lesson the hard way. I don't want you to go through unnecessary pain to understand that I was always right. I want you to trust me now, before it's too late. I know that trusting is difficult, especially when you don't fully understand the reasons behind my instructions. But I need you to remember all the times I have proven my love for you. Remember all the times I have protected you from dangers you didn't even know existed. Remember all the times I have blessed you beyond what you deserved. I have never let you down, my son, my daughter. There may be times when you haven't understood my methods. There may be times when you've questioned my plans. But in the end, I have always done what was best for you, and today is no different. When I tell you that if you don't obey me today, you will cry tomorrow, I am not threatening you. I am warning you because I love you. I am trying to spare you from pain that I know is coming. I am extending my hand to pull you away from danger. The choice is yours. You can trust me and obey me, even without fully understanding why. Or you can follow your own path and discover through your own experience why I was trying to protect you. But I guarantee you one thing, if you choose the second path, you will remember my words when pain comes. My son, my daughter, I will show you exactly what happens when someone chooses to ignore my voice. I will take you inside the consequences of disobedience so that you understand why I am being so insistent with you today. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing your life has become a nightmare of your own making. Imagine looking in the mirror and no longer recognizing the person you've become. Imagine feeling such a heavy weight on your chest that you can barely breathe, knowing that everything could have been different if you had made the right choice. This is the reality for those who choose not to obey me. It is not a punishment I impose, but a natural consequence of wrong choices. It is like someone who plants thorns and is then surprised when they do not harvest flowers. Spiritual laws are as real as physical laws, and they cannot be broken without consequences. I'm going to tell you about a young woman I repeatedly warned about a relationship she was starting. I planted unease in her heart every time she was with that young man. I had wise friends warn her about his character. I even allowed her to see clear signs that he wasn't trustworthy. But she was in love. She thought she could change him. She thought her love would be enough to transform him into a better person. She ignored all my warnings and decided to marry him, even knowing deep down that she was making the wrong choice. In the first few months, she managed to convince herself that she had made the right decision. But then the problems began. First, she discovered he was lying about money. Then, she discovered he was flirting with other women. After that, she discovered he had addictions that he had hidden from her. With each discovery, her heart broke a little more. With each lie revealed, trust crumbled a little more. With each betrayal, hope died a little more. And in each moment of pain, she remembered my voice trying to warn her, trying to protect her. She tried to save the marriage. She tried to change him. She tried to be a better wife, thinking that maybe the problem was with her. But you can't change someone who doesn't want to be changed. You can't love someone enough to make them become a different person. Years have passed. Years of tears, of disappointments, of dashed hopes. Years that could have been filled with joy, growth, and fulfillment. But instead, they were years wasted trying to fix something that should never have started. When she finally mustered the courage to end the marriage, she was broken inside. Not just emotionally, but spiritually. She had lost confidence in herself, confidence in others, and even confidence in me. She wondered why I had allowed her to suffer so much. But the truth is, I didn't allow it. I tried to stop it. I warned her, I cautioned her, I pleaded with her. She chose not to listen to me. And now she was paying the price for years of disobedience with bitter tears of regret. I'll tell you about another young man whom I warned about the company he was keeping. I instilled discomfort in his spirit every time he approached certain people. I had wise parents warn him about the dangers. I even allowed him to see with his own eyes what happened to people who followed that path. But he wanted to be accepted. He wanted to be part of the group. He thought he could get involved with those people and still be a good person. He thought he could control the situation, that he could have fun without getting corrupted. At first, it seemed he was right. He enjoyed his new friends, but still maintained his values. He tried new things, but still considered himself a good person. He thought he had found the perfect balance between fun and responsibility. But sin is subtle. It doesn't destroy you all at once. It takes you slowly, one step at a time, until you look back and realize you're far from where you started. And that's what happened to this young man. First, he started lying to his parents about where he was going. Then he started experimenting with light drugs. After that, he began stealing small amounts to support his addiction. Then he started getting involved in increasingly dangerous activities. With each step, he told himself he was still in control. With each wrong choice, he convinced himself he could stop whenever he wanted. With each lie, he justified himself by saying it was only temporary. But addiction is stronger than willpower, and soon he discovered he could no longer stop. I saw when he lost his first job because of drugs. I saw when he was kicked out of his house by his parents who couldn't take the lies anymore. I saw when he lost all his true friends and was left only with his fellow addicts. I saw when he hit rock bottom, sleeping on the streets, doing anything to get his next fix. And in each of those moments, I was there, trying to reach him, trying to bring him back. But he was so lost, so consumed by addiction, that he could no longer hear me. The voice that was once clear had become a distant whisper that he could barely perceive. It took an overdose that nearly killed him for him to finally stop and listen to me again. It took him being on the brink of death for him to remember that I had been trying to save him from the beginning. And when he finally came back to me, crying and repentant, do you know what he said? God, you were right. I should have obeyed you from the beginning. I wasted years of my life. I hurt people who loved me. I almost died, all because I thought I knew better than you. These are the tears I don't want to see you shed, my son, my daughter. These are the words of regret I don't want to hear from you, not because I don't forgive. I always forgive when there is true repentance, but because I love you too much to want to see you suffer unnecessarily. The consequences of disobedience are not merely spiritual. They are practical, real, and painful. They affect relationships, careers, health, and peace of mind. They create scars that take years to heal, some that never fully heal. But worst of all is the time lost. The time that could have been used to grow, to develop, to bless others, to fulfill the purpose I have for your life. That time, once lost, can never be recovered. My son, my daughter, I know exactly what is going through your mind right now. You are looking around and seeing people who are seemingly living well without obeying me. You see people doing exactly what I ask you not to do, and they seem happy, prosperous, fulfilled. And that confuses you, doesn't it? You wonder, if God is right, why do these people seem to be doing so well? Why aren't they suffering the consequences he said would come? Why do they seem happier than me, who is trying to do the right thing? I understand your confusion, and I'm going to explain something that will open your eyes to a reality you can't see just by looking at the surface of things. You're only seeing the facade, but I see what happens behind closed doors, in the silence of rooms, in the solitude of hearts. That person you envy, who seems to have everything under control, who seems to be enjoying life to the fullest without worrying about rules or limits. They are suffering in ways you can't even imagine. They may be smiling on the outside, but inside they are empty, lost, desperate for something they don't even know what it is. I'm going to tell you about a man who seemed to have everything. He was rich, successful, admired by everyone. He did everything he wanted, bought everything he desired, and associated with whomever he wished. He mocked people who followed moral rules, thinking they were weak, limited, and wasting their lives. He woke up every day in a beautiful mansion, drove expensive cars, ate at the best restaurants, and traveled to the most exotic places in the world. He had enough money to buy anything he wanted, and enough power to get any favor he needed. But do you know what he did every night before bed? He took sleeping pills because his mind wouldn't stop racing. He drank alcohol to try and silence the thoughts that tormented him. He got involved in empty relationships to try and fill the void that grew inside him every day. He had everything the world says brings happiness, but he had no peace. He had everything money could buy, but he had no purpose. He had all the pleasures the flesh could desire, but he had no true joy. In the early hours of the morning, when he was alone with his thoughts, he would ask himself, is this it? Is this what I live for? To accumulate more things, to have more experiences, to impress more people. He felt like he was running on a treadmill, always moving but never getting anywhere. He tried to fill the void with more money, more success, more pleasures. But the more he had, the emptier he felt. It was like trying to quench his thirst by drinking salt water. The more he drank, the thirstier he became. And then came the day when he discovered he was ill, a serious illness, one that all the money in the world couldn't cure. Suddenly, all his wealth, all his power, all his fame meant nothing. He was face to face with his own mortality, and he realized he had wasted his entire life chasing after things that had no eternal value. It was in that moment of despair that he finally sought me out, not because he wanted something from me, but because he finally understood that without me, nothing made sense. He understood that all the happiness he thought he had was just an illusion, a mask hiding a deep emptiness. I'm going to tell you about a woman who seemed to have the perfect life. She was beautiful, intelligent, and successful in her career. She dated whomever she wanted, did whatever she pleased, and lived without limits or restrictions. She laughed at people who followed moral principles, thinking they were old-fashioned and repressed. She posted photos on social media showing a seemingly perfect life. Incredible trips, exclusive parties, exciting relationships. She received thousands of likes and hundreds of comments praising her free and authentic life. But what no one saw were the anxiety attacks she had in the middle of the night. What no one knew was that she took antidepressants to be able to function during the day. What no one realized was that behind every smile, there was a deep sadness that she couldn't explain. She had relationships, but none of them lasted. She experienced pleasure, but never satisfaction. She had the freedom to do anything, but felt trapped in a life that made no sense. She had everything she thought she wanted, but nothing she truly needed. She tried to fill the void with more experiences, more relationships, more achievements. But it was like trying to fill a leaky bucket. No matter how much she put in, it always overflowed, and she was empty again. And then came the day when she could no longer pretend. She had a nervous breakdown in the middle of a party, surrounded by people she thought were her friends. But when she needed support the most, when she needed someone who truly cared about her, she discovered she was completely alone. It was in that moment of brokenness that she finally understood that all the happiness she thought she had was just an illusion. She understood that freedom without purpose is just a disguised prison. She understood that pleasure without meaning is just a temporary distraction from existential pain. My son, my daughter, I'm telling you these stories so you understand that appearances can be deceiving. What you see on the outside doesn't necessarily reflect what's happening on the inside. People can smile while they're dying inside. They can seem confident while they're desperate inside. True happiness doesn't come from doing everything you want. True peace doesn't come from having everything you desire. True fulfillment doesn't come from living without limits or restrictions. These things may bring temporary pleasure, but they never bring lasting satisfaction. True happiness comes from living in harmony with myself, from knowing that I am on the right path, from having a clear conscience, from having purpose and meaning in life. True peace comes from knowing that I am loved unconditionally, that I have eternal value, that my life has a purpose greater than simply satisfying my own desires. When you obey me, when you live according to my principles, you may not have everything you want, but you have something far more valuable. You have inner peace. You have purpose. You have the certainty that you are living life the way it was meant to be lived. My son, my daughter, we have reached the most important moment of this conversation. We have reached the point where words need to transform into action, where knowledge needs to transform into decision, where conviction needs to transform into obedience. This is the moment that will define whether you will cry tears of regret tomorrow or tears of joy. I know you feel something stirring within your heart right now. I know my spirit is touching your soul, bringing to light things you've been trying to hide, illuminating areas of your life you've kept in darkness. Don't resist this movement. Don't harden your heart against my voice. There is a specific decision you need to make right now. You know exactly what it is. You may have tried to ignore it. You may have tried to postpone it. You may have tried to find an easier alternative. But deep down in your heart, you know exactly what I am asking of you. Perhaps it's ending a relationship that you know isn't my will. I know you're afraid of being alone. I know you're afraid of hurting the other person. I know you're afraid of not finding someone better. But I need you to trust me when I say that I have something much better prepared for you. Perhaps it's about breaking free from an addiction that has been controlling your life. I know it seems impossible. I know you've tried before and failed. I know you're afraid you won't be able to live without what has become your refuge. But I need you to understand that I am stronger than any addiction, and with my help, you can be free. Perhaps it's about asking forgiveness from someone you've hurt. I know your pride is screaming against it. I know you think the other person was also wrong. I know you're afraid of being rejected. But I need you to understand that humility is the path to healing, and forgiveness is the path to freedom. Perhaps it's changing jobs, even if it means earning less money. I know you have bills to pay. I know you have responsibilities. I know you're afraid of the future. But I need you to trust me when I say that I am your provider. And when you obey me, I will take care of all your needs. Maybe it's about distancing yourself from friends who are negatively influencing you. I know you're afraid of being alone. I know you're afraid of being judged. I know you're afraid of missing out on the fun. But I need you to understand that it's better to be alone with me than to be far from me. Whatever decision you need to make, I want you to know that I am not asking this to punish you or to make you suffer. I am asking because I see what is coming, and I want to protect you. I am asking because I have wonderful plans for your life, but these plans can only come to fruition if you are on the right path. I know that obedience sometimes feels like a sacrifice. I know that sometimes it feels like you're missing out on something important. But I need you to understand that everything I ask of you is for your own good. I never ask for unnecessary sacrifices. I never take something from you without having something better to give in return. When I ask you to let go of something, it's because I have something infinitely better in my hands. When I ask you to close a door, it's because I have a much better door to open. When I ask you to leave something behind, it's because I have something much better ahead. But you need to trust me. You need to take the first step, even without seeing the whole path. You need to obey me, even without fully understanding why. You need to act in faith, knowing that I have never let you down before, and I will not let you down now. I remember a young man who was in a very similar situation to yours. He knew exactly what I was asking of him, but he was afraid to obey. He spent weeks postponing the decision, looking for excuses, trying to find an easier alternative. But the longer he delayed, the harder it became. The more he resisted, the heavier the burden grew in his heart. The more he tried to ignore my voice, the more restless he became, until the day came when he could bear it no longer and decided to obey me. It was scary at first. He didn't know what was going to happen. He had no guarantees that everything would be all right. He only had my word that I would take care of him. But he took the leap of faith. He did what I asked. He obeyed me, even though he was afraid. And you know what happened? I did exactly what I promised. I took care of him in ways he never imagined. I opened doors he didn't even know existed. I brought people into his life who became incredible blessings. I transformed that moment of obedience into the turning point in his life. Years later, he told me, "God, that was the best day of my life. The day I decided to obey you, even though I was afraid, was the day my life truly began." I can't imagine where I would be today if I hadn't made that decision. My son, my daughter, I want you to have this same experience. I want you to look back in a few years and thank God for the day you decided to obey me. I want you to experience the joy of seeing my plans unfolding in your life in ways you can't even imagine now. But this will only happen if you make the right decision today. If you keep putting it off, if you keep resisting, if you keep trying to do things your way, you will miss opportunities that may never come again. You will miss blessings that I have prepared specifically for you. Time is running out, my son, my daughter. The window of opportunity won't stay open forever. There's a right time for everything, and the right time for this decision is now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel more prepared. It's now. I am extending my hand to you at this moment. I am offering you the chance to avoid much suffering and to enter a life of blessings you cannot even imagine. But you need to extend your hand as well. You need to take the step of faith. You need to obey me. My son, my daughter, now I want to talk about something that will fill your heart with hope. I want to show you what happens when you choose to obey me, when you make the right decision, when you trust in me, even when it's difficult. I want you to see the other side of the coin, the reward of obedience, the beauty that is born when you align your life with my will. When you obey me, you are not only avoiding negative consequences, you are opening the door to blessings that I have kept especially for you. You are releasing my power to work in your life in supernatural ways. You are positioning yourself to receive miracles that go far beyond your imagination. I remember a young woman who was exactly in your situation. She was in a relationship that she knew wasn't my will, but she was afraid to end it because she thought she would never find someone better. She resisted my voice for months, trying to make that relationship work, trying to turn something wrong into something right. But the day came when she could no longer fight against my voice. She decided to obey me, even though she was afraid, even though there were no guarantees. She ended the relationship, even knowing it would hurt, even knowing she would be alone for a while. The first few days were difficult. She cried, she felt homesick. She wondered if she had done the right thing. But then something began to change. She began to feel a peace she hadn't felt in a long time. She began to rediscover herself, to remember who she was before that complicated relationship. I began working on her life in ways she never imagined. I started healing emotional wounds she didn't even know she had. I began restoring her self-esteem, her confidence, her joy. I began preparing her for something far better than what she had lost. And then, in due time, I brought into her life a man who truly loved her, who respected her, who shared the same values as her. A man who not only made her happy, but who inspired her to be a better person. A man who loved her the way I always wanted her to be loved. When she married that man, she told me, "God, now I understand why you asked me to end that relationship. If I hadn't obeyed, I would never have known true love. I would never have experienced what it's like to be loved in the right way." I'm going to tell you about a young man who was addicted to drugs and whom I called to break free. He resisted for a long time, thinking he couldn't live without what had become his refuge. He was afraid of the pain of withdrawal, afraid to face the problems he was trying to forget, afraid to disappoint people again. But the day came when he decided to trust in me. He decided to seek help. He decided to check himself into a clinic. He decided to fight for his freedom. It was difficult at first. There were moments of pain, moments of temptation, moments when he almost gave up. But I was with him every step of the way. I gave him strength when he had none. I gave him hope when he saw no way out. I put the right people in his path to help him, to encourage him, to show him that it was possible to win. And he won. He not only broke free from drugs, but became a completely new person. I restored his relationship with his family. I opened doors to employment he never dreamed of. I brought into his life a wonderful wife who loved him exactly as he was. But the most incredible thing is that I transformed his pain into purpose. I used his experience to help other young people who were going through the same situation. He became a counselor, a mentor, a source of hope for people who thought there was no way out. Today, he tells me, "God, I am grateful even for the pain I went through, because it was through it that I learned to depend on you. And now I can help others find the same freedom that I found." My son, my daughter, these are just two of the millions of restoration stories I have to tell. Stories of people who chose to obey me, even when it was difficult, and who saw my hand transform their lives in ways they couldn't even imagine. When you obey me, You are not just doing the right thing, you are positioning yourself to receive miracles. You are opening your heart so that I can work in supernatural ways. You are allowing me to transform even your pain into blessings. I have specific plans for your life, plans that are far better than anything you can imagine. But these plans can only come to fruition when you are aligned with my will. They can only manifest when you are in the right place, doing the right things for the right reasons. I know you have dreams, aspirations, heartfelt desires, and I want to fulfill those dreams, but in the right way, at the right time, with the right people. I want you to have everything your heart desires, but I want it to be in a way that brings glory to me and lasting joy to you. When you obey me, you are planting seeds of blessing that will germinate in due time. You are investing in your future in a way that will bear fruit for all eternity. You are choosing the path that leads to the abundant life I have always wanted you to have. I will restore everything that was lost. I will heal all wounds. I will open all doors that need to be opened and close all doors that need to be closed. I will bring the right people into your life and remove people who are not good for you. I will give you a joy that does not depend on circumstances, a peace that surpasses all understanding, a hope that cannot be shaken. I will make your life a testament to my love, my faithfulness, my power. But all of this begins with a decision. All of this begins with an act of obedience. All of this begins with you saying yes to me, even when you don't fully understand the path ahead. Restoration is available to you today. Transformation is within your reach now. Blessings are waiting to be released into your life. But you need to take the first step. You need to choose to obey me. My son, my daughter, we have reached the end of this conversation. But this is not truly an end. This is a beginning. This is the moment when you need to decide whether my words will remain only in your mind or whether they will transform your life. This is the moment when you need to choose between continuing on the path you are following or changing direction completely. I spoke to you today because I love you more than you can comprehend. I spoke to you because I see what's coming, and I can't stand by and watch you walk towards pain. I spoke to you because there's still time to change. There's still time to choose the right path. But now the decision is yours. I cannot force you to obey me. I cannot compel you to make the right choice. I can only show you the two paths, warn you about the consequences, and let you choose. And that choice will determine whether you will cry tears of regret or tears of joy. If you choose to continue on the path you are following, if you choose to ignore my voice, if you choose to do things your way, I will not abandon you. I will continue to love you. I will continue to try to reach you. I will continue to hope that you will return to me. But you will have to face the consequences of your choices. And when those consequences arrive, when the pain comes, when you realize you should have listened to me, I will be here waiting for you. I will be ready to forgive you, to restore you, to give you a new chance. But the time lost, the unnecessary pain, the wasted opportunities, these things cannot be undone. On the other hand, if you choose to obey me, if you choose to trust me even without fully understanding why, if you choose to do the right thing even when it's difficult, you will discover that I am faithful to my promises. You will discover that I truly have the best for you. You will see doors opening that you didn't even know existed. You will see relationships being restored in ways you never imagined possible. You will see provision coming from sources you didn't expect. You will see my hand working in your life in supernatural ways. But more than that, you will have peace. You will have the certainty that you are on the right path, that you are living according to the purpose for which you were created. You will have true joy, not just temporary pleasure. You will have real hope, not just superficial optimism. I know the decision isn't easy. I know there are fears, doubts, uncertainties. I know there are people who will question your choice. who will try to convince you that you're being extremist, radical, exaggerating. But I need you to remember that these people won't be with you when the consequences arrive. I know there are sacrifices involved. I know you may have to give up things that are important to you right now. I know you may face criticism, rejection, misunderstanding. But I need you to trust me when I say that whatever you sacrifice for me, I will repay you multiplied. I remember a young man who was exactly in your situation. He knew what I was asking of him, but he was afraid of the consequences of obedience. He spent days struggling internally, weighing the pros and cons, trying to find an easier alternative. But then he remembered all the times I had shown my love for him. He remembered all the times I had protected him, blessed him, and fulfilled my promises in his life, and he decided to trust me once more. He did what I asked, even though he was afraid, even without visible guarantees. And you know what happened? I did exactly what I promised. I took care of him, I protected him, I blessed him in ways he couldn't even imagine. Today, he is one of the most grateful people I know because he understood that obedience is always the path to blessing. My son, my daughter, I want you to be that person. I want you to experience the joy of seeing my faithfulness manifest in your life. I want you to know the peace that comes from knowing that you are exactly where I want you to be. But this will only happen if you make the right decision now. If you keep putting it off, if you keep making excuses, if you keep trying to negotiate with me, you might miss this opportunity. And I don't know when another opportunity like this will come along in your life. The time is now. The decision is yours. I have already done my part. I spoke to you. I warned you. I showed you the way. Now you need to do your part. You need to choose. You need to act. You need to obey me. Don't let fear paralyze you. Don't let doubt stop you from doing the right thing. Don't let the opinions of others be more important than my will for your life. You were created for something much greater than a mediocre life, full of regrets and missed opportunities. I'm calling you to a life of purpose, of meaning, of impact. I am calling you to be all that I created you to be. I am calling you to experience the abundant life that I always wanted you to have. But this life is only possible through obedience. This life is only possible when you align your will with mine. This life is only possible when you trust me more than you trust yourself. The choice is yours, my son, my daughter. You can choose the path of obedience and experience blessings that go far beyond your imagination, or you can choose the path of disobedience and cry bitter tears of regret tomorrow. I already know which choice I expect you to make. I already know which path will lead you to true happiness. Now I need you to do your part. I need you to obey me. I need you to trust me. I need you to say yes to me today. My son, my daughter, now I want you to stop everything you are doing and come to me. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter who is around you. It doesn't matter what time it is. This is the most important moment of your life, and I want you to give me all your attention. I want you to close your eyes and feel my presence around you. I am here right beside you, waiting for you to reach out your hand to me. I am here, ready to receive your surrender, ready to take control of your life, ready to guide you on the right path. I know your heart is heavy right now. I know there's a battle going on inside you between what you want to do and what you know you should do. I know there's fear, there's doubt, there's uncertainty, but I want you to know that you don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to have enough faith to take the first step. I want you to repeat these words after me, not just with your mouth, but with all your heart. I want you to speak to me like a son speaks to his father, like someone who has finally decided to stop fighting and surrender completely. Father, I acknowledge that I have resisted your voice. I acknowledge that I have tried to do things my way, and it hasn't worked. I acknowledge that you know what is best for me, even when I don't fully understand. I ask forgiveness for all the times I ignored your warnings. I ask forgiveness for all the times I chose my path instead of yours. I ask forgiveness for doubting your love, for questioning your intentions, for resisting your will. Today, I choose to obey you. Today, I choose to trust in you, even when I'm afraid. Today, I choose to do the right thing, even when it's difficult. I completely surrender my life into your hands, and I trust that you will take care of me. I know there's a specific decision I need to make, and I promise I will make it. I will no longer procrastinate. I will no longer look for excuses. I will no longer try to find an easier alternative. I will do exactly what the Lord is asking me to do. Father, I need your strength because I know I can't do this alone. I need your wisdom because I don't know how to deal with all the consequences. I need your peace because I'm afraid of what might happen. But I trust in you. I trust that you have a perfect plan for my life. I trust that you will transform even difficulties into blessings. I trust that you will never abandon me, never disappoint me, never let me down. Now, my son, my daughter, I want you to feel my love enveloping you like a warm embrace. I want you to feel my peace filling your heart, calming all your fears, silencing all your doubts. I want you to feel my strength flowing through you, empowering you to do what needs to be done. I accept your offering. I receive your prayer. I forgive all your sins, all your failings, all your resistance. From now on, you are a new creature. From now on, you are under my complete protection. From now on, you are on the right path. I will be with you every step of the way on this journey. When you make the difficult decision you need to make, I will be there giving you strength. When you face criticism or misunderstanding, I will be there comforting you. When you have doubts about whether you did the right thing, I will be there confirming that you did. I will open doors that no man can close. I will close doors that are not good for you. I will bring the right people into your life and remove people who are harming you. I will provide everything you need at the right time, in the right way. I will heal all the wounds of your heart. I will restore all the relationships that can be restored. I will give you new dreams, bigger and better than the ones you had before. I will make your life a testament to my power and my love. But remember, obedience is not a one-time event. It's a lifestyle. The decision you are making today needs to be renewed every day. Every day you will have to choose between my way and your way. Every day you will have to decide whether you will obey me or follow your own desires. There will be days when it will be easy to obey me, and there will be days when it will be very difficult. There will be times when you will feel my presence clearly, and there will be times when you will have to walk by faith. There will be times of joy and times of trial, but in all those moments I will be with you. I will never ask you to do something you cannot do with my help. I will never put you in a situation you cannot overcome. I will never give you a burden greater than you can bear. I will always provide a way out. I will always give you the necessary strength. I will always be by your side. And when you look back in a few years, you will thank God for this day. You will thank Him for making the right decision, even when it was difficult. You will thank Him for obeying me, even when you didn't fully understand why. You will see how I have transformed your life in ways you can't even imagine now. You will see how I have even used difficulties for your good. You will see how each act of obedience planted seeds of blessing that blossomed in due time. Now stand up, my son, my daughter. Stand up with the certainty that you are no longer alone. Stand up with the confidence that you are on the right path. Stand up with the determination to do what needs to be done, no matter what the cost. Go and do what I am asking of you. Go and make the decision you know you need to make. Go and live the abundant life I always wanted you to have, and remember, I will be with you always until the end of time. My son, my daughter, now that you have made the decision to obey me, now that you have completely surrendered your life into my hands, I want to tell you about the promises I have for those who choose to walk in my ways. I want you to know the blessings that are reserved for you, the wonders I will perform in your life. First promise, I will give you peace that surpasses all understanding, not a peace that depends on circumstances, but a peace that remains even in the midst of storms, a peace that comes from knowing that you are exactly where I want you to be, doing exactly what I want you to do. You will no longer have that constant restlessness in your heart, that feeling that something is wrong, that anxiety that comes from living outside of my will. Instead, you will have a profound tranquility, a serenity that the people around you will notice and will want to understand where it comes from. Second promise, I will give you wisdom to make the right decisions. You will no longer have to guess what my will is. You will no longer have to struggle to understand which path to follow. I will speak to you clearly. I will guide your steps. I will illuminate your path. When you have to make important decisions, I will place the right direction in your heart. When you are confused about a situation, I will bring clarity. When you need advice, I will put wise people in your path to guide you. Third promise, I will open doors that no man can close. Opportunities you never dreamed of will appear in your life. Connections that will change your destiny will form. Undeserved favors will be bestowed upon you. I will make sure you are in the right place at the right time with the right people. I will orchestrate encounters that seem like coincidences, but are actually my hand working behind the scenes of your life. I will open paths where there seems to be no path. Fourth promise, I will provide everything you need. You will never lack anything when you are walking in my ways. You may not always have everything you want, but you will always have everything you need. I will take care of your needs in ways that will surprise you. Sometimes I will provide through sources you expect, and sometimes through sources you don't even imagine. Sometimes I will give abundance, and sometimes I will give just enough. But you will always have what you need to fulfill the purpose I have for your life. Fifth promise, I will heal all the wounds of your heart, all the hurts of the past, all the disappointments, all the betrayals. I will heal everything. I will restore your ability to trust, to love, to dream. I will transform your pain into strength, your experience into wisdom. You will discover that even the bad things that happened in your life had a purpose. I will use everything for your good. I will transform even your scars into a testament to my power of healing and restoration. Sixth promise, I will give you true relationships. I will bring into your life people who truly love you, who support you, who inspire you to be a better person. I will remove toxic relationships and replace them with healthy ones. If you are single, I will bring the right person to you at the right time. If you are married, I will restore and strengthen your marriage. If you have family problems, I will work to bring healing and reconciliation wherever possible. Seventh promise, I will give you purpose and meaning. Your life will no longer seem empty or directionless. You will understand why you were born, what your mission is on this earth, and how you can make a difference in the world. I will use your gifts, your talents, even your difficult experiences to bless other people. You will become an instrument in my hands to touch lives, to bring hope, to be a light in dark places. Eighth promise, I will protect you from all evil. This doesn't mean you will never face difficulties, but it means that nothing will happen to you that I do not allow, and everything I allow will have a purpose for your growth and for my glory. I will place angels around you to protect you. I will shield you from accidents, from bad people, from dangerous situations. I will be your shield and your protection at all times. Ninth promise, I will give you true joy. Not just fleeting moments of happiness, but a deep joy that springs from within, independent of external circumstances. A joy that comes from knowing you are unconditionally loved, that you have eternal worth, that you have a glorious future. Even in difficult times, you will have an inexplicable joy, an unwavering hope, a confidence that everything will work out in the end because I am in control. 10th promise, I will give you eternal life. Not just a long life here on earth, but life that continues forever in my presence. You will be certain that when this life ends, you will be with me forever, in a place where there is no pain, no tears, no suffering. These are just some of the promises I have for you, my son, my daughter. There are many more blessings in store for those who obey me, many more wonders I want to perform in your life. But all of this begins with the decision you made today to follow me. Always remember these promises when obedience seems difficult. Remember them when you are tempted to return to old ways. Remember them when people question your decision. Because these promises are true, they are right, they are for you. My son, my daughter, we have reached the end of this journey together, but in truth, this is only the beginning of a new life for you. What happened here today was not just a conversation, it was a transformative encounter that will forever mark your story. You are no longer the same person you were when you began to listen to me. I want you to feel my hand upon your head now, blessing you, anointing you, setting you apart for my purposes. I want you to feel my love enveloping every part of your being, healing every wound, restoring every broken dream, renewing every lost hope. I declare over your life, you are my beloved son, my beloved daughter, in whom I delight. You are no longer defined by your past mistakes, your failures, your weaknesses. You are defined by my love, my grace, my purpose for your life. I declare that from this day forward, you will walk in newness of life. The old things have passed away. Everything has become new. You have a new identity, a new direction, a new hope. You are no longer a slave to sin, to circumstances, to the opinions of others. You are free to be all that I created you to be. I declare that you will be a blessing wherever you go. People will notice that there is something different about you, something special, something they will want to understand. You will be salt and light in this world. You will be my hands and my feet to reach people who need to know my love. I declare that your obedience today will bear fruit that will last for generations. The right decisions you are making now will impact not only your life, but the lives of your children, your grandchildren, and people you don't even know yet. You are planting seeds of blessing that will grow and multiply. I declare that you will see miracles in your life. Things that seemed impossible will become possible. Situations that seemed unsolvable will find a way out. Relationships that seemed lost will be restored. Dreams that seemed dead will be resurrected. I declare that you will have the strength to face any challenge that comes your way. When the storms come, and they will come, you will not be shaken because you are built upon the rock. When temptations come, you will have the power to resist. When doubts attack, you will remember this moment and you will be strengthened. I declare that you will grow in wisdom and grace. Each day you will know me better. You will understand my love more deeply. You will become more like me. You will be a person of character, integrity, and compassion. I declare that you will have complete joy. Not a superficial joy that depends on circumstances, but a deep joy that comes from knowing that you are at the center of my will. A joy that will overflow and infect the people around you. I declare that you will have perfect peace. Anxiety, fear, worry, all of that will give way to my peace that surpasses all understanding. You will sleep peacefully, knowing that I am taking care of everything. You will wake up each morning with renewed hope. I declare that you will prosper in all areas of your life, not just financially, but emotionally, spiritually, and relationally. You will prosper in your soul, you will have healthy relationships, you will have a clear purpose, and you will have a positive impact on the world. Now, my son, my daughter, I want you to rise up as a new creature, rise up as someone who has been transformed by the power of my love, rise up as someone who has a glorious destiny ahead of them. When you leave here, when you return to your routine, remember that you are not alone. I will be with you. When you have to make that difficult decision that you know you need to make, I will be there giving you strength. When you have to face the people who won't understand your change, I will be there defending you. Don't be afraid of what people will think. Don't worry about the criticism that may come. Don't be intimidated by the difficulties that may arise. You have something far more powerful than any opposition. You have me by your side. Always remember this day. Always remember this conversation. Always remember how you felt when you decided to obey me. In difficult times, return to this place in your heart where you found my peace. In moments of doubt, remember my promises. And when you see the fruits of your obedience, when you experience the blessings I promised, when you see how I have transformed your life, don't forget to give me the glory. Tell others what I have done for you. Be a living testimony of my power and my love. One day, when you are at the end of your journey here on earth, you will look back and thank God for this moment. You will thank Him for making the right decision, for obeying me, for trusting in me even when it was difficult. And when you come into my presence, when you see me face to face, I will say to you, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will make you ruler over much. Enter into the joy of your master." Until then, live each day knowing that you are loved, that you have a purpose, that you have a glorious future. Live each day in obedience, in gratitude, in joy. Live each day as someone who has been transformed by God's love. I bless you, my son, my daughter. I bless you with peace, with joy, with prosperity, with health, with healthy relationships, with a clear purpose, with unwavering faith. I bless you so that you may be a blessing. Go in peace, go in joy, go in victory. And remember, I will always be with you until the end of time. Amen.